Human respiratory volumes. Let's start. This is spirometer and this is mouthpiece cover. This is mouthpiece of the spirometer. Put the mouthpiece cover at the mouthpiece to use it. Then set the spirometer dial at 0. How to use spirometer? Put the mouthpiece cover at the mouthpiece. Set the spirometer dial at 0. Part 1. Tidal volume. Take a normal inspiration and put your mouth over the mouthpiece and exhale it into spirometer. Repeat it until 3 times. Part 2. Expiratory reserve volume. Take a normal inspiration and exhale as much air as possible into spirometer. Repeat it until 3 times. Part 3. Vital capacity. You need to inhale deeply and exhale with maximal effort. Repeat it until 3 times. Lastly, don't forget to wash the mouthpiece cover with water and soap.
This is the result for tidal volume. Tidal volume is the volume of air moved into or out of the lungs during quiet breathing. This is the table for the result. We repeat the experiment for 3 times to get 3 readings, which we can get the average. As you can see, Nur Ain Najwani have the highest tidal volume, which is 1500. Arina with 1433, Nurhasliza with 1316, and Nur Aziratul with 1266. This is the result for the expiratory reserve volume or ERV. ERV is the volume of air that can be exhaled forcibly after exhalation of normal tidal volume. The normal adult value is 700 to 1200 ml. ERV is reduced with obesity, aside, or after upper abdominal surgery. As you can see, we repeat the experiment for 3 times to get 3 readings so that we can get the average. From the result, Nur Ain Najwani have the highest average number of expiratory reserve volume, which is 1583, Hasliza with 1533, Arina with 1500, and Nur Aziratul with the lowest, which is 1366. Next is the result for the vital capacity or VC. VC is the total amount of the air exhaled after maximal inhalation. The value is about 4,800 milliliter. Varies according to size and age. Nur Hasisa and Nur Aziratul have the highest average number of the vital capacity with 2,133, Nur Ain Najwani with 1,900 and Arina with 1,733.
Inspiratory reverse volume is the volume of air that can be maximally inspired above the volume inspired tidally. Average IRV measurements at rest for women is approximately 3,100. IRV decreases with exercise. Based on the experiment, the highest IRV is Arena, which is 1,200, while the lowest is Azneratul 500.01. Hammer test of respiratory reserve. In this test, the subject takes 5 deep breaths and then hold the breath as long as possible after the last inspiration. The duration of breath holding provides an indication of the subject's functional respiratory reserve and efficiency of the respiratory system. Normal value for an adult female is 50 to 60 seconds. This test should be repeated 3 times and the average value used for comparison. The hammer test is often a better index of respiratory reserve than is the traditional Physio measurement. The highest value of hammer test of respiratory reserve is Hasliza, which is 45.67, while the lowest is Ain, which is 35.67. Inspiratory capacity is the maximum amount of air that can be inspired following a normal tidal expiration. It is the sum of the inspiratory reserve volume and the tidal volume. Inspiratory capacity in this experiment, the highest is Aziratu, which is 766.66, while the lowest is Arena, which is 233.33.